What's up, YouTube? Back with another video, and I finally joined the league. So people always be hitting me up, telling me about leagues that they're in, and if I'm interested in joining, to hit them up. And so I really, haven't been joining any, but Play Now Online has gotten kind of boring. I don't really have any desire to play it that much anymore, other than just making videos. So I figured that I'd start joining some leagues, and it'll probably make me want to play the game more, and I'll probably have just like better games and more competition and closer games and stuff like that. And so this is the BrotherHood Ballers MyLeague. One of the owners hit me up like a while ago. He been trying to get me in the league since like 2K22, and he be watching the videos. A few people in the league be watching the videos, and so I figured I'd join and see what's up. And this video, I'm gonna just talk about like the team that I drafted and just like my experience in the league in my first season, because I played through the season already. They do like a season every week, so like every Thursday they have like a new draft for the new season. So I just played for one season. I played through a few regular season games and the playoffs, and so I'll be putting those videos out throughout the next week or two. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to talk about the team that I drafted and just like my experience in the league. And so this is the team that I ended up drafting. I had like the 16th pick, so I ended up drafting T-Mac with my first pick, and he's great. I just don't like a lot of his animations. Like some of his dribble animations I don't really like, and his jump shot is a little different in the league than it is in like the regular game. And so it definitely took some getting used to, especially because I also play on push, and even though he has a good high release, it is like pretty slow. So I'll be having to hold the button for mad long, and then on top of that, once you factor in fatigue a little bit, it made the release a little more inconsistent. Plus, like the league is on Hall of Fame, and they also adjust a lot of the sliders as well. And so that definitely took a lot of getting used to, but I'll talk about that, a little later. Also picked up Jokic as my second pick. Again, he's great, and offensively, he kind of, fit what I like to do, and what I ended up doing. I can use him, as a passer, as a hub in the mid range, as well as in pick and pop situations, and he could shoot threes to get the other bigs out the paint. I really didn't use him like in the post a lot. I do like a couple post fades here and there, but you're going against a lot of like really elite defensive centers, so like you can't just like straight up bully people. And even though he's a good rebounder on defense, like he's not that much of a shot blocker. He'll block shots, here and there, but he's not that much of a shot blocker and rim protector, and he could be a little slow in pick and roll situations. So like, you got to be on point with like your hedging and like, some of your rotations off the ball with like some of the wing players. Also, like just I really didn't know who to pick. Like I said, I didn't know a lot of the players' animations and stuff, which is a very important thing, not only just in the league, but just in 2K in general. Like, if you got high rated players with bad animations, then it's going to be harder to use them. Whereas, like, you can have, like, kind of mid tier players, but if they got great animations, then they're, like, godlike on the game. So, I really didn't know, like, who to draft or what to do. I was just kind of picking people that I felt like would work together in theory. I got Darren Williams. He's not on the game, as well, at least not his prime self is on the game, other than my team. So I never used him before, so I figured I'd pick him. I also got Sheed, Danny Granger off the bench, Glenn Rice, he's a knockdown shooter, DeAndre Jordan backup. I drafted Drazen Petrovic too, just because of the 99-3 and like the Hall of Fame badges like really intrigued me, but his jump shot is horrible. So like I said, animations are important, and you do need to take those into account. And Jerry Lucas, I drafted him. He's a sleeper. I like him at the 4, and the rest was kind of like auto drafted. I drafted Mookie Blaylock as a backup point, but like I said, I didn't really know who to draft. I was just kind of picking people and just figure it out after that. But looking back on it, just seeing like how like the league plays out and like how the gameplay is and the sliders and stuff, I definitely should have drafted more athletes and defenders. I drafted like a lot of shooters, and not just how I be playing. Like I got a like really perimeter oriented game, and I run a lot of perimeter oriented plays, and so I drafted like a lot of shooters. But like I said, I should have drafted more athletes and try to put more pressure on the rim. But I was able to find some plays and like figure out a strategy. So these are like some of the plays I ended up using. I didn't end up using like all of these, but like I would just have them in a playbook, just maybe for certain situations or whatever. But like throughout a game, I'd probably use like about 10 of these. And when I first started, I would just have like a bunch of 3-point plays that I liked. But after a while, like I said, like getting to the rim, putting more pressure on the rim, getting dunks and layups definitely helps a lot because like I said, the shooting is a lot harder. You got really good defenders on these teams, so they get through screens and play good defense and get good contest a lot. So you're not just going to be draining threes all game. You're not going to be hitting 15, 20 threes every game. So I had to really like think about my offense and really diversify my playbook a lot more. So I put in a lot of, handoff plays for guys like T-Mac, get him going downhill. I'll put some plays that has Jokic out the paint. So, you have people cutting and like screening around him and then use him, like as a passer. And, like a few cutting plays, like I said, just to get T-Mac or maybe some other guys like backdoor cuts and stuff. And yeah, you'll see me using like a few of these plays in the game plays. And I'm going to start doing like the money play of the day shorts again. I haven't been playing, so like I haven't got any clips of any of the plays in real games because I also like to show like some of the clips in real games against real people too. So you'll see me use a lot of those plays, and also like I said, some people in the league watch the videos, so you'll see a lot of the plays that I talked about before used against me. So like that was cool. And as far as my experience, I had a really great experience as far as like the gameplay goes. Like at first it was humbling. Like my first couple games, like I got smoked. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not the only person that's happened to. I talked to the owner, and they always have a lot of people coming in and out the league. But he was like, a lot of people from Go League or just the high leagues and playing out online, they come into the league and they be getting smoked too. They even had a few actual 2K League pro players in the past, and they've been losing too. And so I don't feel so bad no more. And they also have rules like you can't play your starters the entire game. Like you have to use your bench. So it's 6-minute quarters. So out of those 24 minutes, you have to play your bench at least like 6 minutes. You can't play your starters more than like 18, 19 minutes. And like a lot of people can't do that. Especially in Play Now, a lot of people just be, playing the starters the whole game. So you actually, got to draft a good bench and, get to learn how to use them. You also can't play players out of position. So the position that's on their player cards is the position that they have to play. None of that Giannis and LeBron at point guard nonsense that you will see in other modes. And so I be liking stuff like that. And like, it took me a while to like I said, get used to the gameplay and the sliders and stuff like that. So like my first few games, I wasn't even really running like a whole lot of plays. I really didn't know like what I wanted to do as far as like strategy goes. So I was just kind of, playing around, getting the feel for the game. And yeah, like I said, I was getting smoked, but it was good because like I was losing, but I didn't feel like I was getting cheated really. Like I just felt like I was getting outplayed and I ain't really know what to do. And so like, as I started playing more, noticing things, that's when I started to like just really rethink my strategy and think about like some of the plays that I would run or like some of the things that I would do, especially offensively, and to just get the most out of the team that I drafted. And it felt good doing that. Like I don't really normally have to do stuff like that on Playing Online. Like I can just kind of just do whatever and still win. But it felt different actually having to rethink my strategy and figure out how I want to play, because a lot of the people in the league, like they've been playing every season for the whole year. So like, and even in previous 2Ks, so they know like what's going on. They know all the players with certain animations or like the plays that they want to use or the strategies that they want to use. So they really kind of know what's going on, and like I kind of had to figure it out. So like that was cool for me. And like I said earlier, a lot of the people in the league, they watch my videos before, especially like the ones about the plays and the playbooks. And so it was cool seeing a lot of the plays that I've talked about and plays that I've used against me, because I never really like experienced that for real playing Play Now. So that was cool. The league is ran pretty well. I'm always in contact with one of the owners. He made sure I was good. They have the whole Discord where everything is organized, everybody's active, they play their games. There's no like disrespect. Like, they be talking their trash, it's competition, but at the end of the day, it never like gets the line. That line never gets crossed for real. Like, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's all GG's. And like I said about the sliders, like I like how they got the sliders. I like my experience. The gameplay, how the league was handled, everything was cool. So like I said, I'm gonna be putting out a few of those gameplays, and I'll also be joining some other leagues. I'm gonna hit some people up, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. As always, hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content.